Hey, so I'm really sorry that I didn't make a video sooner. I had really intended to have one like that first week after making this video to kind of be hey, this is what happened, this is the response that I've gotten. I had a lot of other drama come up in life and things, so I was kind of otherwise occupied and wasn't able to make a video response to the original coming out video. So that's what this is. It's been a month and a half, maybe, a little, right around a month to a month and a half, somewhere in there, since I came out and posted my original video coming out. And what I did with that video was, it was used to talk to my parents because I'm a good 3,000 miles away from them, and I don't really get to see them that often. But I did want to share with them my coming out. And so I want to do that in, I guess, the easiest way possible, the best way possible, or what I thought was the best way possible. So I made the video, I showed it to them, and then after I showed it to them, I posted it to YouTube, and then posted it on my Facebook, to kind of let everyone know, because I do have lots of friends and family in different areas of the country and different parts of the world, so I wanted to be able to kind of tell them simultaneously so they didn't hear it from somebody else and hear these rumors and things just get blown out of proportion. I wanted to just have a single place where they could go and be like, oh, okay, here's what he's talking about. So that was what I did. Overall, I've been extremely happy and just overwhelmed with the positive responses that I've gotten about the video, and about coming out in general, because there's a few people that hadn't seen the video and, I'd been like, oh, well, hey, this happened, blah, 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 blah. And I've really not had a negative response. I mean, there have been a few people who have kind of not taken so kindly to me coming out, to me, announcing that. But for the most part, a lot of people who I thought would be completely against it were actually very loving about it and very caring. And that was really nice to see. It was very surprising and really, really made things a lot better. In the past month, other than my random drama that had nothing to do with this at all, I, talked to my parents a few times, talked with some other family members, figured out where they stand on the issues, which I kind of already knew, how certain people would react, how a few people would react, and I did lose a couple of friends, but nowhere near what I was expecting at all, and that was really comforting. It really was. I have a few family members that are close to me who are very unhappy with me being gay, and we're working on that, trying to get all that situated. And part of that, or I guess most of that, is because I did come from a very religious background. And that was one of the, video responses, was one of the questions I was asked was did I come from a more religious background? Was I a Christian? All of that. And right now, I don't know, there's a lot of reconciling that I have to do, so I'm unsure of where I stand on a lot of those issues. But I will say I did come from a Christian background. I came from a very religious background. So within my family there is that kind of tension and that pull. And also the only other two negative responses that I've had was one from a youth director that we had co-directed a youth group together for a couple years, and then we had moved to different areas of the country and kind of dropped off, and he saw the video and sent me an email or two or three about it, and we're not seeing eye to eye on a few things. But other than that, there hasn't been any negative responses at all, except for a few people, unfriending me on Facebook. Which, I guess when you post a coming out video to 500 people on your Facebook, that just kind of happens. So I expected a lot less than 3 people to unfriend me. So I guess 3 people is a good number. But mainly this video was to kind of catch the people who wanted to know up to date, to kind of tell them where everything was, what all had happened, and different things like that. I want to say I really, really, really thank everyone who commented and sent me emails and watched the video and was really supportive. I had tons of comments and likes on my Facebook from all my different friends and family, which was nice. And so thank you guys for that. Thank you YouTube watchers for all of your wonderful comments and emails, and video response. So yeah, thanks. For the most part, there wasn't much of a backlash, which I was scared about, and so to anybody who watched my original video and is thinking about doing something similar or coming out to their friends or family, I want you to know that for me, there wasn't a huge backlash. I do come from a Christian family. I do come from a religious background. I am in the military, so I expected a lot more backlash than what I received. I'm in a very conservative part of the country right now. And it was shockingly very minimal. So if that is you, if you are scared like I was, I was terrified of some people and certain friends and family members of potentially disowning me and just throwing in the towel on me. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It didn't happen for me. Yes, there was a little bit of strain, a little bit of struggle with some people, and I'm still working on some of that, on some of those strains and struggles. But it was well worth it. It really was. So don't be scared. Be who you are, and if it's not time for you to come out, then don't. You have to be comfortable with yourself. It took me 22 years to get to that point. So it's not a rush. You need to do it when you're comfortable, when you feel ready. I was ready, and most of my friends and family were ready too. So that was very comforting. Other than that was the majority of the point of this video, was catching a few people up and saying thank you. But I am considering making more videos. I've had a few people say that I should. A few people have emailed me and said, that they'd watch a few others. I don't know what to talk about, though. I don't have that much to say. So we'll see. I think I am going to make one more video, at least. I want to make a video on how I feel about equality, which I just wrote an article about earlier this week. So I'll put a link down to that if anybody wants to read it. But I think I am probably going to make a summation video of that, of my views on equality, and human rights of sorts. Not really gay rights, just human rights. Because gay rights are human rights, I think. Personal opinion. And by personal opinion, I mean, like, you know, truth and fact. But whatever. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that'll be in a week or so and not, you know, a month and a half later like this video was. But, yeah, thanks again for everybody for all of your positive responses. It really helped, was really encouraging. Bye!